Yo, every Wednesday night, you better tune in tight. At 7 p.m. CST, we bring in that insight. Halas Hall Report, best podcast in the game. Stats and facts, you'll remember the name. Host Ken Dub got the knowledge on lock. Co-host Woody the Bear fan, talking all that talk. 3 Bear fans chilling, opinions on the side. We're here for the love, riding that Bear pride. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Lions think they're fierce with Dan Campbell's call, but all that greed ain't gonna help them at all. Same old story, we know how it goes. They just can't compete, everybody knows. Minnesota Vikings always talking smack, but when it's game day, they ain't got the knack. Sitting on the couch while we're making a stand. Over here in Chi-Town, we're the best in the land. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Their fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. Packer fans yell blow pack blow, but can't see the truth. We're stealing the show. Rivalry heated, but we stay real cool. Halas Hall Report, yeah, that's the rule. With every episode, we build that hype. Stats and team news, we got the right type. Fan base strong, we ain't looking back. 2025, it's a winning attack. So gather round fans, put your hands in the air. Every Wednesday night, we're breathing that bear. Join the revolution, watch the magic unfold. Halas Hall Report, we're breaking the mold. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Their fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. So mark your calendars, don't miss a beat. Every Wednesday night, Halas Hall can't be beat. Stats, facts, team news on deck. Halas Hall Report, what did you expect? 2025, the Bears are here to stay. Blue and orange in the north, leading the way.
And good evening. Welcome to another edition of the Halas Hall Report, this being the Wednesday night version of our little show we have here. Of course, with me is the man with no opinion on Penn State or Notre Dame or the Bears or any hockey team ever or North Carolina or, basically anything. It's Woody.
Yep.
Good evening, Woody.
Yep. Good evening. What's going on?
Week goes by quick, man. We're already at Wednesday. We're already gearing up for the next week.
Yeah, it's going quick.
The season goes fast. Dude, we've played 10 games already.
And then the off season's so slow.
Yeah, it is. Like, I can't believe we've gone through 11 weeks of football. We're about to get into week 12. It's like, Jesus, things are almost over already. And who would have thunk it? The Bears are alone in November at 7-3 in first place of this division. Who would have thought that at the beginning of the year?
Yep, and only one division win. Yeah. I didn't think it. I did say 9-8, their final overall record. Well, we're 2 games away from that. So the division games that's coming up are very important. Our tough part of the schedule is coming up. It's very important. So we'll see where we are next couple weeks.
But we had the first division hurdle to get over, and that was the Vikings. And this was a game for the second week in a row, the dropsies were an issue for this Bears team. And to be fair, they were a little bit of an issue for the Vikings too. They had some drops that we lucked out on. We had some drops that they lucked out on. Red zone for us, efficiency was back to being and that was without Jonathan Grenard for them.
Yep.
I don't even know how to. I felt good about this game until the fourth quarter again. It's like, geez, really? Look, I know my heart's okay because they haven't killed me yet, so I'm probably okay. Jesus, what do we have to do to to get to a victory formation instead of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb should have been sacked 10 times on Sunday. He was very elusive. I don't know why he wasn't sacked, or the offensive line was just fucking taking a shit that game. But it's not like he held on to the ball that long. But yeah, I thought it was a recap of week 1. I think we dominated Minnesota in the first 3 quarters than we did in the first game. And I was like, holy shit, here we go again. And then Duvernay, great kickoff return, got right to the 40-yard line, but then the play calling got a little bit rough, trying to get in this field goal range with the running from, side to side. I didn't understand that, but yeah, it was scary.
Good evening, Snoop. Good to see you here on a house. Usually he catches us on other shows.
Snoop.
Yeah, I mean, look at let me go. The game stats are kind of interesting. Where they go? Okay, so time of possession, we had it for basically 37 minutes. They had it for 23. Killed the time of possession.
Jesus.
Total yards, we had 320. They had 265. We ran 73 plays, so they were 54. Here's where it gets interesting. They got 4.9 yards per play, whereas we averaged 4.4. We won the passing yards with 180 to 150. Yards per pass, we won that, 5.6 to 4.7. Rushing yards, we won that, 140 to 115. However, our average was only 3.6 per carry. They were averaging 5.2. And, of course, we won turnovers as they had 2 turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
God. I mean.
And listen, people are right saying that our schedule's weak. On the back of my head, you got to think about that. Now, if we're playing the Eagles, we're playing even Buffalo, we're playing the Rams. We're not coming back at that fourth quarter.
Here's what I say to that. So the Green Bay Packers destroyed the Detroit Lions, who then in turn destroyed the Bears, who then in turn destroyed the Cowboys, who then tied the Packers, who had just lost to the Browns, and the Browns have 2 wins this season. So you know what? I don't buy into that. Who you play, you play who you play. This league is 70% of these games are 1-score games. Yeah, you get some blowouts, but it happened. Look at the Bills got blown out by Miami the other week. So who would have saw that coming? And you're so what you're going to tell me? Well, no, Miami's a great football team because they blew out the Bills on a given Sunday. No,
Division rival.
Or the Bills suck because they got blown out by Miami one day. No, I hate those arguments because I'm sorry, just trying to it's hard to win in the NFL, period. And it's not, look at the difference between the Bears schedule and the Packers, or the Bears and the Lions, or the Bears and the Vikings is literally 2 freaking games. 2 freaking games. Mm-hmm. And who are those games this year? The NFC South is one of them, right? So okay,
and the West,
and the NFC West, and we're getting the Niners, which is not an easy task. Nope. We didn't get Arizona, Green Bay. We didn't, I mean, so I hate that argument. I think it's just a bad argument that fan bases use to justify why someone's ahead of them. Because you look at the schedules for everyone coming up, they're all tough. I mean, Minnesota.
I wasn't talking about the schedule overall. I was just talking about if we play the Eagles or a better all-around team than Minnesota or Cincinnati, and they took the lead in the fourth quarter, it's going to be hard against those teams like the Eagles or these better teams to come back when we lost the lead. So when we get a lead, fuck the zone shit again. Here we go with the zone. Yeah. It's got to stop because we let Minnesota 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and thank God for that Duvernay kickoff return, or we'll be talking a different story this time.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Bears offensively stuttered too in the second half, right? You look at the second half. I mean, you look at the scoring. I mean, look at we go in the breakup 10-3, and then we scored 9 points between the third and fourth quarter. I mean, and we let them score 14 in the fourth, and it's like, oh, geez, what do we got to do? But the offense didn't do its job either, and we're still putting it together. I get it. We still haven't seen a complete offensive game, which is scary to think about. This week we saw more of the tight ends. We saw a lot of drops by the receivers. We saw the running game was adequate. It was just enough, right? But it needs to be better. And the tight end game was where we did our damage. I mean, rushing. I mean, look at Swift had 90 yards rushing. Caleb had 26. Monangai had 23. By the way, Monangai's average is only 1.9. But receiving, Komet led the way, 45 yards. Then Odunze, then Loveland, then Burden.
And they even had Smythe catching a couple balls too.
Smythe had 1 reception for 8 yards. Yeah. But two of your top 3 receivers were tight ends this week. And then, Odunze had two catches for 41. Burden had 3 for 27. I mean, so they haven't even really, with the passing game, that's pretty inconsistent too. I mean, the offense it's not hitting on all cylinders yet. Defensively, I get it. The injuries happen. The injuries the personnel dictate certain things, and they've done okay overall.
Yeah, with the injuries, yeah, absolutely. But the defense letting these games when the offense is doing their job, getting the lead, double-digit lead going in the fourth quarter, defense, you got to do your job, but you got to stop the zone shit.
I mean, and you look at like Nahshon Wright, like he's a perfect example. Nahshon Wright gets burned a lot. Now, look, the guy isn't supposed to be a starter; he's a backup, but he's impressed in the service the entire season. And he's got 4 interceptions on the year. The one he had this week was huge; took away a touchdown. I mean, so even like your backups are playing really well. I mean, Sewell isn't a starter, yet he started every game this year because of injury. The backups have been doing okay, but we need to get some starters in there.
I don't know about you, but my shoulders cringed when I seen McLeod in there.
Yeah.
Oh no, here we go.
Yeah.
For the Stevenson.
I mean, I don't know what to make of this game. I mean, look, I'm happy we get the win. The W is a W. I don't care how we get it. We get it. I don't think anyone had us at 7-3 atop the NFC North at this point in the season at all, anywhere.
I know I didn't.
I mean, we're almost to where I was for the season. Like, I said like 8 to 10 games. I mean, we're there. Snoop has us going 5-2 over the next 7.
Damn. Holy shit.
And I figure, I mean, you look at the next 7, like, and we'll get into the Steelers game on Sunday, but what I don't like is that the Packers are twice in 3 weeks. It makes it hard to sweep if you're twice in 3 weeks, or to be swept.
It's hard to sweep the division.
Period.
Anyway.
But it's even harder when you play the same team twice within 3 weeks.
Yep. At least they're fresh in your mind.
Yeah. Practice gets a lot easier for both teams that week in a weird way. The Eagles don't scare me. Their defense is freaking good, but their offense isn't right now. They don't scare me. That's a game I think we can win, whereas maybe a few months ago I'd have been like, probably not. But now I'm like, you know what? We have a chance at that game.
I don't know, bub.
Their defense, though, is ridiculous.
Yep.
Our defense needs to get ridiculous. So, news on that. Our recap of Sundays, kind of weird to recap, but we're moving on just a little bit. We activated Kyler Gordon into the 21-day window. He had limited practice today, which is good. Tremaine Edmonds, though, did not practice, and neither did TJ Edwards. In fact, neither did Sewell. None of them practiced this week. So 3 linebackers, none practiced or today. Kyler Gordon practiced, though, because remember, like I said, we activated him. And then Jalen Johnson did practice, too, because he got activated last week.
Yep, limited.
If we get everyone back this weekend, this is a different Bears team than what we've been seeing. And I think if the Bears had Gordon this weekend, I think this last game was a lot different.
Yeah. CJ Gardner-Johnson didn't have a sack, which was surprising.
Nope. Didn't even hear his name much this weekend at all.
So I want to know, I'm interested in see what they're going to do. If they're going to, when Gordon comes back, are they going to, do him and CJ in and out? Or is CJ going to go even over to Wright's position, Jalen Johnson, but he might be back. So it's hard to have all this talent, Ken, isn't it, to see where they're going to play?
It's kind of weird, but look at it. If they both come back at the same time, the word on the street is that there's going to be a rotation of sorts with CJ and Gordon. Now, I don't know if you throw JJ into that and make it a 3-way rotation, but you could rotate these. I would not be mad to see these guys be rotated a little bit coming off of injury.
Fucking my cousin, Joe. Joe, really, Joe?
Hey, I did get a Matsui football helmet for my birthday this week.
You know what? I love my cousin. He's a big Dolphins fan, and he was happy at 85 when they ruined our undefeated season.
Well, it's funny he would say Matsui practice today because I got a Matsui mini helmet for my birthday this week. So,
well, happy birthday! Mine's Sunday.
Yeah, mine was Wednesday or Tuesday.
Wow.
Today is Wednesday. It was yesterday.
I'll be the big 49, and Joe, he's 6 months older than me. You old fuck. But yeah, we look good for 49. I look better.
Yeah,
obviously.
I turned 53 yesterday. Imagine that.
Wow.
Yeah, God, time flies.
Well, yeah, I'm glad that Matsui practiced today. We need a linebacker instead of a tight end back there. No, I was, DJ Moore. I mean, there was a lot of drops, and it's no excuse for it. It was inside. It's not like it was cold. DJ Moore had some drops, but Addison for them, it's like the big name players were dropping balls this weekend. Very important. Now, that I think if those Minnesota Vikings, those passes would have been completed, we're talking differently because those were big pass plays that were dropped.
Yep.
So,
and like the long ball, for each quarterback at the beginning of the game, I'm not going to fault either quarterback. Long balls are not the easiest to begin with. You're playing at 40 yards or so downfield. Yeah, thank you, Snoop. It looked on a couple of them looked like the receivers maybe let off the gas or they got held up a little bit. And there's a lot of timing that goes with a deep ball, right? So if a receiver gets held up, gets slowed down, whatever, it's going to be off. I mean, the quarterback's got to do a better job at that. Like, dude, come on. It's like you put the ball 40 yards downfield to a receiver who's, when you throw the ball is 20 yards away probably. I mean, it's a timing thing. I just love listening on Twitter and even our back channel. It's funny how we never get the mics on here, but one of them's like, Caleb has to be so much better at this. I'm like, dude, really? You do it.
I can. I did it for 13 years, bud. Won 4 championships. I could do it.
But you know how hard it is to get that long ball out there and have the timing be right and the receiver get there at the right time. And if that receiver gets held up even a half a step, that's the difference.
Especially only with a 65-yard field, Ken.
Yeah. Well, in your case, I'm surprised you got it past 10. So
yeah. But I think with these these teams coming up, even though the Eagles' offense aren't shining, they beat the Lions Monday 16-9, which could have been a lot worse because Gamble went for it for 15 fourth downs and missed them all.
I swear it was like that.
Yeah, and they scored only 16 points. I am still scared of that game. I know everybody has a chance. I don't remember the last time we won in Philly. It's last
That's the
couple
hard
times
part for me. That's the hard part for
So
me too. But the thing is, like, you see how they just played against Green Bay
right,
offensively. You see how they played against Detroit offensively. Even me giving a ton of short fields. God, they remind me of the Bears. You know, our defense is in a short field and they kick a field goal, but yet we have the number 3 offense in the league. It's like it doesn't make sense to me. So
right,
that's what I'm saying. Like, we could be in this game because their offense doesn't scare me against our defense, and we get turnovers. But their defense is mighty good, and look what they just did to Goff and company. Now look at Goff's not as mobile as Caleb, and you know Goff's middle name is not Houdini, which Caleb's name is right now. God, he escaped some stuff, and it's like you're watching the game, and even Brady's like, "How the hell is he doing this? How does he get away from that?"
right.
So it gives you hope for Black Friday. And look, we're not trying to look past this Sunday, guys, but we're going to talk about Sunday on Sunday.
Yep.
But I mean, looking at our schedule, it's I don't know, 5-2 is what Snoop's got us at. Let me see if I can get
So
to
that's
5-2 with them.
so that's beating Pittsburgh.
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring up the
Oh.
schedule. I'll bring up the schedule. Okay. So obviously we got this weekend. And then after that, we get the Eagles at home or at the Eagles on Black Friday.
Mhm.
Then
Yep.
we have like a mini bye, as well as Green Bay has the mini bye because they play on Thanksgiving, and we go to Green Bay. So back-to-back road games, Eagles and Green Bay. Then we get the Browns at home, followed by the Packers at home, go to the Niners, and then the final game of the year is at home against the Lions.
I say we're going 4-3. I think we're beating Detroit that last game because of its cold weather, and they might be playing for seeding. Who knows? But we know how Detroit is in cold weather. So I'm saying we'll go 4-3.
Okay, so who do you have us losing to?
Eagles, Green Bay, Niners. All the way. That's just me, bud. You know me, I'm realist. I'm not a fucking homer. Snoop, I'm not saying you're a homer. You're optimistic. I respect that.
All right, well,
I just watched this team too damn long, and I know what happens. It's like you see a lot of these teams, and you see it every week, all these upsets and stuff like that. It seems like the Bears aren't one of those teams that are going out upsetting these teams at all. You know what I mean? I can't see the Bears going out and, beating up on the Eagles. That would be a big surprise. Everybody else is, so I'm used to it.
So I could understand. I could roll with you on the Eagles, and with Snoop, I think all 3 of us, like, look, don't count. I'm not going to count the Eagles as a win. I think all 3 of us fine. We'll say that's one of the losses. All 3 of us agree.
Mhm.
I think though, I don't think we sweep the Packers. I agree with you there.
No.
So Snoop, I would tell you, maybe you swap out one of those Packer wins for the Lions win.
Yeah.
Because I agree with what Woody said there. But then, yeah, that loses to the Niners, maybe, So really, I mean, yeah, 5-2, 4-3, both are pretty plausible. And Snoop, here we go. Then this is it right here. How healthy is our defense? How healthy does our defense get, and can we stay healthy? And can we keep can we keep our offense healthy? Because our offense has been pretty healthy this season. Knock on wood.
Well, the thing is about the healthy defense, when we had TJ Edwards and Gordon there, we've seen how our rush defense got. But you got to think, though, these coaches are calling the plays on which defense to run. So I guarantee they're still going to have that Tampa 2 shit when we have a lead in the fourth quarter, a big lead going after halftime. We got to stop that shit because we're letting teams back into it. Minnesota this weekend.
You know what's interesting, though? The run defense has been really good against running backs overall, bad against quarterbacks.
Yep. Quarterbacks, yep.
When I look at rushing, Jones actually had a decent game. 70 yards of the 4.4 per yard. Mason did better, 45 yards with 7.5 average. They actually did pretty good. So maybe, 115 yards running for them was not bad. Not bad for us either, though. But yeah, I mean, having Edmonds
But
and Edwards in there, and,
right.
yeah, it makes a huge difference. We've only had 2 games of Edmonds and Edwards. Can you believe it? 2 games.
Yeah, it's then Gordon. I believe it, Philip. I can't. I just don't know. Listen, I know you guys in the Tampa 2 don't want your cornerbacks, safeties to get burned deep, but you leaving the whole field, middle of the field open with timeouts. You're gonna go down the field pretty fucking quick on a Tampa 2 defense. Stop the shit, please. Let
I
me call
wonder
the defense.
why do you stop the aggression? Why do you become less
Exactly.
aggressive?
Exactly. Just like I called last weekend against Minnesota, I knew Brian Flores right out of the bat was pressuring Caleb. So they made adjustments since the first game. Bears seems like the Bears had made adjustments for what happened to them the first game with the loss of the lead in fourth quarter. So it seems like we got to make adjustments, like Mike would say all the time. The Bears don't do.
I mean, the fact that we had to go down and kick a last-second field goal again, when we led this entire game, at one point we were up 16-3.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then we let them get 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I mean, really?
Well, and we didn't talk about it. Commander signed Moody, so he's off our practice squad.
Yep,
But I guarantee if Santos would have missed that field goal, if at the end of the game there, we would have a totally different kicking game next week. We would have kept Moody, definitely.
Yeah, there goes the safety blanket, if you will.
Yeah, that was a big miss by him.
Huge.
The 45-yarder was a huge miss. Yep.
In the dome.
Yep. And even the winning field goal, he kicked it left. I thought it was hitting the upright. I was like, oh, where's Santos at? Is this Cody Parkey? I mean, come on. Fuck out of here. Do your job. You got one fucking job to do is kick the fucking ball. Do it.
This team, 7-3, I'm happy. I am unhappy because we're not consistent offensively. I'm happy that we're scoring. This is only the second time all year we were under 21. And look at this time, at least we won being under 20. The last time we lost being under 20, and that was against the Ravens. So I'm not happy about the inconsistency offensively. I don't want to blame Caleb for it because I can't blame Caleb for drop balls. I can't blame Caleb for some of the play calling that has not worked, even though, and I can't really be mad at the play calling overall because overall I'd say the play calling has been good. I don't mind, they ran the Bagent play twice, and neither time was a trick play. I'm not mad with that. People are like, yeah, but Bagent could have been there. Why'd you run Bagent out there in a trick play instead of having someone blocking? Because it's supposed to look like you're running the trick play so he doesn't have to block. They just didn't bite. I'm not mad at that. Because you know what? We run that play this week and they don't bite, and he throws it over to Bagent, and now Bagent hits someone 30 yards downfield for a big pass play. I'm not mad with that. Or Bagent just takes off and runs with it, with DJ Moore blocking for him.
Well, that too is that Bagent reminds me of Taysom Hill in New Orleans. That if you have a regular quarterback in there on another team, it's going to be probably a double pass play. But with Bagent and Hill, you don't know if Bagent's going to run or pass it. So I want to see Bagent pass the ball like down the field or something, not back to Caleb, but whatever.
Well, the first time he put it 20 yards downfield to Caleb of all people, which that was a great design. But they can do so much with it. He can throw it to DJ, he can throw it to Rome, he can run it. Mm-hmm. They could do like they did with make it a run play and a handoff or a tight end, whatever. I'm not mad at the play calling offensively. Defensively, I'm a little mad at play calling at times. Not during the bulk of the game. Quarters 1 through 3. Yeah, you're always gonna get burnt on a play here, play there. I mean, it's a chess game. You're gonna lose pawns every so often. But where I'm really mad at the defensive callings in the fourth quarter.
Oh man, the offensive play calling too on that last series. I'm telling you, why would you run east or north and south You're supposed to be running up the middle and getting more yards for the field goal kicker right off the first play. Swift loses 3 yards.
The only thing I can think of is maybe there's something we don't know. Like, hey, I can't go forward wide because my ankle is really this.
Put somebody
Like
healthy
maybe
in
there's
the
a
bucket.
capability degradation that we aren't aware of.
Yeah, I know. You're not trying to kill the clock. You're trying to win the game.
Right, but what I'm saying is like, why do Y before, A versus B? Maybe you don't do the one because hey coach, look, I can't get the push off going forward. I can only get the push off going to the right. Crap. Okay. Maybe I don't know. But I agree with Robert here. Yeah, use Bagent more. I like that they're finding stuff with him. Have a good one, Snoop. I'll see you on X, man.
All
And
right,
of course,
Snoop.
guys, and here's the thing. Snoop's show, you gotta go catch that on here on X. I believe it was every Tuesday at 6. If I said that right,
Snoop.
I hope I was right.
Yes, Snoop. I'm never fucking invited, so enjoy your show.
No, you were invited, but you were at work, and he wants to do one with you.
I know.
But yeah, so a great show he has there on X. Good to see Snoop Van Poop. He has a couple good shows actually that if you catch up with him, if you go into our group, the Podcasters of X, he puts them all in there as well as his own page on X.
Mhm.
I like seeing Bagent used. I like to see. Look, I think that the trick bag isn't even halfway been exposed yet. I think we're going to see a lot more out of this offense with the trick plays. The cool thing is this offense has been healthy, and they're still, he's still feeding them the playbook. He's still teaching them things. 10 games in, and this offense still doesn't have the full playbook yet.
What do you think? Do you think Ben Johnson, like on a Monday or Tuesday, or after a victory Monday, they don't go to practice back to until Tuesday? You think he's sitting at home spending time with his family, or fucking thinking up trick plays?
That dude's writing plays.
Yeah, I know.
He's like telling his kids, "Hey, you be the X, you be the Y."
I mean, I was the first one to say this in the beginning of the season. I'm like, yo, some coordinators should say coordinators. I mean, Ben Johnson, I mean, he's doing an amazing job. You got to think in the back of his head, he was on Detroit, our rival last year. It's got to be in the back of his mind. Obviously, after week 2, it might have been and fucked him up. But he's doing a phenomenal job, and I'm looking forward to the upcoming years. Not when Virginia Tech signed James Franklin. That's another thing I'm pissed off about because I hate Penn State. But okay, back to you. Just wanted to say that.
I think Ben, the question we had before the season, is Ben going to be one of those guys who's just a good coordinator but not a good head coach? That's the question.
Yep.
Where are you on that question right now in terms of an answer?
Oh, I'm thinking he's 7-3 his first year with a dead last team from last year with only 5 wins. Pretty much the same personnel, some mix-ups on the offensive line, new running back. I'm thinking he's doing a phenomenal job. That he's already a great head coach.
Jermaine, you're in. We just put your comment up.
He wants to be in the on the show. I mean, I am the show, buddy. I mean,
yeah, I'm not on Facebook currently. Well, I'm on Facebook, but I'm on Facebook Open currently. I'm barely on Facebook, to be honest with you.
So basically, I think Ben's doing a phenomenal job already for this team. I mean, it was a little shaky 0-2 start. And I was like, oh, shit, here we go again. And then, wow, the last 6 out of 7, he's doing a good job.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 games, you're like, okay, well, they're getting their feet wet, fine. Fans freaked out because, oh my God, we're 0-2, and especially the
First round pick.
We lost in week 1. But since then, I mean, 7-1 since week 3. These guys can win close games. They believe in themselves that they can win these close games, which is something they didn't have last year. Caleb is impressive. The way he gets out of sacks, the way he makes plays happens. He's been impressive. His passing, believe it or not, even though last game the numbers don't show it, his passing has gotten a lot better. A lot better. The communication between him and his receivers in terms of should I be sitting in the middle or should I be moving has gotten better. He's hitting guys on stride. He's hitting guys the way they need to be hit. That's good. His decision making has been phenomenal. I mean, 3 interceptions, and one of them was Max Crosby just making a freakishly good play, batting the ball to himself off the line by getting his hands up. I mean, geez. I mean, but he does not. He takes care of the football pretty damn well.
Yeah, he doesn't throw picks. He has 4 only, and like you said, one of the defensive linemen. I mean, a lot of people still say he's holding on to the ball this long, and he's still making some mistakes. I mean, I know you're trying to fucking push the ball down the field when you're, out of the pocket, but dude, if you can't get out, like you can't find anybody on that sideline or anybody open, throw it out right away, because he's been getting hit and sacked, for 5-6 yard loss. You can't do that. Fuck that. Can't do it.
I mean, this last game. All right. Well, from the season right now, he's got a QBR of 54.7, a 59.7% completion percentage, 2,329 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. His season rating, because that was his QBR. So let me see. His season rating is an 89.9, which is higher than his career. He's bringing his career numbers up. If you look at the games this year, his interceptions came in week 2 against Detroit. He threw one in Vegas, but that was the Max Crosby play. Then he had one in NOLA, one in Baltimore. He's gone 3 games without a pick. He's starting another streak. So,
all right, so he doesn't turn the ball over.
Right. So you're looking at 102 attempts with at least, because I don't remember what attempt number was from Baltimore, but the last 3 games, 102 passing attempts without an interception. So he's probably a little bit more than that right now, probably like 110 or so, something like that. That's pretty good.
Yep.
I like his mentality, everything about him. I just don't like the way the Bears are finishing games right now. I mean, I like that we're getting the W. I don't like that the way we're having to get the W.
Yep, you got to play the. Honestly, you think about it, I know the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Bears should be 8-1 right now, or 6-2 right now with that first game. We lost that game in the fourth quarter. They came back, Minnesota, and beat us.
Yeah.
So, but whatever, you got to play all 60 minutes. Yeah, finishing games are big, man, because like I said, if you got teams that could run. Philadelphia's, Barkley's a little slow this year. I think he has like 600 some yards only. If we have a team like the Eagles or, Green Bay or Detroit, and they have a lead on us, they have the defenses that could shut us down, too, as well. So, yeah, I don't like the way we're finishing games either. What up, Benny? Welcome. He's from Florida. He's actually lives in the Miami area, so he's not close to you, Ken.
No,
and Benny, I just want to give you some news. I'll be moving a little bit closer to you. We're going to Tennessee next year, but hope all is well. I'll be with your parents this weekend on Saturday. Hope all is well and with the family, bud.
Nice.
So, I mean, there's been upsets every week, dude. It's like these last 2 years, you don't know. I'm like, it's a guaranteed win. No, like you said, we didn't think Miami would be killing Buffalo. Some of those games and shit like that. So can the Bears beat the E-Girls? That's my new name. You guys play the She-Girls. I'm going to say the E-Girls. Yes, but Black Friday, I'm at work because I got to work on Black Friday. I'm with all these E-Girls fans. I'm going to hear it all fucking day. So I don't have any positive, but then this weekend we'll talk about it. My one of my sales managers is a big Steelers fan, and we're going to win for my birthday.
And another reason to hold off on talking about Sunday, because we could talk about Sunday right now.
We
have a great conversation. However, here's why it's better that we wait till game day.
I know
this
why.
Injury report right now is all over the place for both teams. Right now, Aaron Rodgers,
Absolutely, Benny.
Didn't practice today, but he hopes to play this weekend. For the Bears,
Yep.
we got 3 big defensive players that are hopefully coming back from injury. So it's one of those things. Let's wait and see what we're going to have for the weekend before we waste our breath on it now. But we got a chance, to win 11, 12 games this season.
Well, Ken, I'm going to ask you a question. I know you don't want to talk about this game, but I'm going to ask you a question about this weekend anyway.
Okay, go ahead. I may or may not answer.
Well, you know how Bears aren't that good with backup quarterbacks, aka Huntley and all that shit. What are you thinking as Ben Johnson that we don't know if we're going to go up against Aaron Rodgers or Mason Rudolph?
I think Bentley is different because that's Lamar Bentley.
What's that?
The backup it's Lamar Bentley. Him and Lamar are the same guy. They really are for Baltimore. That's just one of those deals where when he's in, they don't change anything. He's not as good as Lamar, but he's not far off from Lamar. You know what I'm saying? For their system and that team. So I don't count that as much. Now, for this game coming up, I think it's night and day. Mm-hmm. I think with Rodgers, okay, he's not as mobile, but mentally, he'll pick you apart because he'll find all those gaps in the zones. He knows where the zone gaps are. He knows what the coverages are better than probably almost any quarterback in this league. So he doesn't have to do much. He can just sit there and throw the ball, and he can deliver the ball, especially these short 10, 15-yard snaps that he'd be doing to beat the Bears, because that's what he would have to do. And he knows where those holes are, where the ball needs to be. If you go, so I would practice based off him being in the game.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. What's it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, he's a big Giants fan. We're actually big Devils fans, Ken, and I just want to talk about how we smacked the Blackhawks the other night in a shootout.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, well,
go ahead.
You don't smack anyone in a shootout.
Please repeat. Go ahead.
You still get a point.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted it because it seems like, because we lost to Huntley twice when Lamar Jackson was out. So it seems like backup quarterbacks, we know, Aaron Rodgers, we don't know if he's going to play because he has a broken labia. So I wanted to, see if he owned us. Good job. Oh, yeah. Play Florida. I want to see if he owns us in a different uniform. I just wanted to ask you, how do you prepare for Aaron Rodgers or a backup? Because there's such a big difference between the both of them.
I think you prepare for Aaron Rodgers because that guy will play unless his arm falls off. So I think you prepare for Rodgers 80% of your time, 80, 90%. And then 10% if the backup's in, and then, that's more for, covering down on the gaps for quarterbacks trying to run. Because with Rodgers, he's not going to run. With their backup, he may run, but you really have to work on your front either way, because look at it, if you can get pressure on Rodgers, it takes away those passes in the zone holes. And that's the problem with zone. Tampa 2 works. Tampa 2 works. It does work.
Where in
However,
Tampa?
No, it works. However, it only works if you're getting pressure on the quarterback and you're not letting them take advantage of the soft spots in the zones. What we're seeing in Chicago when we run the Tampa 2 stuff, we're not getting pressure. Those quarterbacks have all day. So the Tampa 2 isn't working. If you're going to run Tampa 2, you need to get pressure on that quarterback quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not doing that. So if you run Tampa 2 against Rodgers, he's going to pick you apart. If you run up against his backup, you might get some errant throws. Because here's the other thing. Rodgers is a lot calmer under pressure than most quarterbacks. So, maybe with the backup, you get a couple more wobbles and you get some more, you maybe get an interception or two.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I think you prepare the same in a sense as your preparation for this game is your defensive line getting to the quarterback as fast as possible. The offense is balanced, Benny. I agree, but
the running game.
Well, the running game was pretty good last week,
Well,
actually.
I mean, like in the beginning, everybody
Yeah.
starts out slow and shit like that.
It's
But
been it's been a different, put it this way. I agree with Benny, but here's the weird thing. Like the running game wasn't bad last week. The passing game wasn't bad last week. But last week it wasn't about the receivers, it was about the tight ends. They were the playmakers. Every week it's been something different. We haven't had a game yet where we've had a receiver have a 100-yard game, a tight end have an 80-yard game, and a running back get 100 yards. Like one of those kinds of games where they put it all together. It's been one group has always been the lead, right? We haven't had a 2 out of 3 or all 3. It's been one group over the other 2. So that, great balance, dual threat with the running back. You're right, Benny, 100% now. We've got that.
Well, we're from Jersey, so is Manon guy. He's a Rutgers boy.
Here's the thing though, Woody. I'm not as concerned really about that, to be honest. Because Ben said, and I quote somewhat, we will start to play our best football in December. It's only mid-November. And everything else that Ben has said was going to happen has pretty much happened so far. You know what I'm saying? So if Ben's saying, hey, we're not even playing our best football yet, I believe him.
Do you think he's saying that because that's when most of our division games are?
Yeah. I think that's why he said it to begin with. That's because that's when you need to play your best, is against the division. Look at 7-3 right now with 7 games left. Could we win 5 of those and win 12 games? Yeah.
I want to be so optimistic.
Could we? Yeah.
We could. Hey, listen, we could go 7-0. We don't know, but I'm realistically, I say in my mind it'd be 4-3.
If we go 4-3, hey, that's an 11-win season. I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
If we go 3-4, it's a 10-win season. I'm still happy.
Right, it's more than what we were doing before.
Well, we would double our total from last year. Right. Look at we already matched last year's division record with 1 win.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a criticism, and it's probably not wrong.
I wish it was like his offense. I mean, we have like Benny said, we do have the firepower. I think we have maybe a little bit more than what Detroit had. We got 2 tight ends. They only really had 1. With Laporta. The wide receivers, they had St. Brown. They had Raymond and stuff like that. We have a Dunze, Burden, Moore. So I think we have a little bit more offense. I'm thinking it's all of the offensive line compared to Detroit to Chicago is that they have a better offensive line.
I think the offense is coming together.
Yep.
It's getting there. What I like is this offensive line has been relatively healthy for the season. They've been all 5 starters pretty much every game with 1 or 2 game exception. That's pretty damn good. Tooney, I don't think he's let a pressure in a couple of weeks.
Nope.
Jonah Jackson, same. I mean, these guys are looking pretty good. Dahlman needs to pick it up a little bit. He had slack last weekend. Theo Benedict, you're going to get a little up and down, but overall he's still better than what we had going on over there. So, I mean, I'm liking where it's going. I think this offense could be the most explosive offense in the NFL if everything's hitting right with the talent level it has and the coach it has. And we've seen flashes of it. We just haven't seen it be consistent for an entire football game yet.
Right.
But Benny, you're not wrong. I think a lot of the tenets of that Detroit offense are there, but he's got his own little, throws on it, different wrinkles than what they had, because they didn't have the talent to do some of the things the Bears do, like the stuff they're doing with Bajan. You weren't doing that with Hendon Hooker, but you're doing it with Bajan. JMO though is better on the end of the rounds than DJ is.
And JMO, I guarantee, is probably one of the best receivers in the league to do the goalpost celebration.
Yeah, probably. But on an end around, his speed is so much better than DJ.
God. Oh my God.
So But tight end, yeah, they got Laporta, we got Komet and Loveland, so you got two threats. So, yeah, I can see why Benny says that, but this offense could be better than what he had in Detroit if it all gets together.
Right.
Which is scary.
Well, we have 11 minutes left. I wanted to bring up two things. Is that the referee's crew for the Bears-Vikings game was suspended for 1 game for missing that big face mask call.
Oh, were they?
Yes. I'm going to tell you, this is what, when you have a face mask call, if you see that slow motion face mask call, the referee, the head referee, guy with the white hat that calls all the plays.
He was looking right at him.
He was looking right at him, dude. And the way he was running, he was looking back at him. That's how twisted his fucking helmet was. So come on, guys, wake up. That could have been an injury, whatever. And
that was a massive non-call and probably a game-altering call.
Yeah,
could have been. I thought overall, for the entirety of the game, the officiating was not terrible, minus that call.
Yeah, big call miss though. Number 2, the Bears signed linebacker Jalen Maven. He did play for Detroit. They signed him to the practice squad, if just in case, if TJ Edwards gets hurt again. Well, Sewell got a little bit banged up. Want to see Hippolyte. So they did sign him to the practice squad. We'll see what they do. And all right, bud. Good seeing you. Good luck in Florida tomorrow. I'll give you a message after we meet up with your parents for dinner on Saturday in Jersey, and tell the family I said hello.
Yeah, have a good night there in Miami. We're chilling up here in Picola.
So, I mean, the Bears are making moves. I mean, they could have made that move because, Moody got off the practice squad. That's why they could make this. What do you take of this? The linebacker on the practice squad.
He's the current president of the NFL Players Association.
Yep. We rig it. Thank you, sir.
He hasn't played all year. I don't know. I mean, all our linebackers are a little nicked up right now. So interesting. And the clickbait's already there. I saw another clickbait today where it had the Bears. I guess the Bears were heavy at the trade deadline on the phones with a certain team. You want to take a guess who that team was?
The trade deadline?
Heavy and aggressive, but they were rebuked. But who do you think it would be?
I don't know, Raiders.
They were trying to get Myles Garrett.
No, Jesus fucking Christ.
And the Browns said, yeah, we're not going to trade him. But I guess Poles was aggressive. And they're just like, look, we just don't want to move him. But I guess it was a pretty big package. I mean, God, could you imagine what it would have been like if that had happened at the trade deadline?
I mean, I don't know why we want him. We had 9 sacks the last 2 games. I don't see where he'd fit on this team or any team.
He brings no value to this team whatsoever.
It's like, holy shit, dude. Oh, man. Amazing player at his age, too.
There was a big move today, too. Hold on.
Did you clickbait again?
No, someone got put on waivers. I was like, really?
Let me see.
I thought it was with the Saints. Didn't the Saints put someone on waivers?
Well, Michael Penix is having ACL surgery.
Yeah, he's gone. Bust. I'm going to call him a bust. He's a bust.
He's injury
Can't
prone
stay
now.
Healthy, you're a bust. Raiders activated Aiden O'Connell from the IR in his practice window.
Wow. Bye, Gino.
Yeah, bye, Gino. I thought I saw something. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they waived Brandon Cooks today.
Oh, wide receiver.
Yeah.
If I were him, I go back to Houston.
I mean, I thought that was interesting. Like the Bears, not for the Bears. The Bears aren't going to need him, but I thought that was interesting. You know, I can see like even like Green Bay could take a swing at that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Raiders, the way they played on Monday, I'm like, I don't know if they
They're
should just
cooked.
call it. Yeah, I don't know if they
They're
just call.
cooked.
I mean,
And
I
you know
was
what? I think
wrong.
Justin Fields, like, I feel sorry for the kid, man, because he has a lot of talent. But man, the Jets just are such a clown show, and I feel bad for AG because these guys are playing hard for him, and but so that organization is such a clown show. Like at this point, you know what? Why don't you just make Justin like make him a gadget guy too? Make him a running back. Can you imagine like?
Hmm.
Could you imagine that? Like, you know, you got Justin and Brees Hall in the backfield. Is it going to be a run play, a pass play? What's he going to do? Is he going to run a route? His yak would be really good. I mean, Justin has so much talent. Just make him a gadget guy. Jeez.
Yeah, if he's a gadget guy, give him 2 more years in this league.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was wrong. I thought Austin Gentry would make the Cowboys defense look like a piece of shit, but it was the other way around. But
Williams is
interesting
hurt.
games.
He was hurt though already for Dallas. So, but
Yeah.
he was hurt in New York too. So I mean, kind of, you know, he's been battling an injury, but I think that trade's gonna be better for them next year than this year.
Well, it looks like so far we're making good non-calls. You know, the talk was Trey Hendrickson. Look how he's been out. So,
what kind of grade do you want? Like, what do you think of polls? I think polls, like you said, has made great non-calls. Like, don't spend the money on this guy, that guy. I mean, we obviously hear today that he swung big to go after Myles Garrett, and Cleveland said no, but he was like, well, if I can't get the big piece, I'm not going to waste my time with these other pieces, and it's worked out.
Yep. No, I think Poles is doing a great job with these non-calls. I mean, not signing Trey Hendrickson or going after these guys that are injured is actually luck. It's not like he can call the future or anything like that.
Right.
But he's doing a good job, and hopefully gets his first playoff win. That's a big hit. I'm sorry. Did I say that?
Yeah, I know. Did you playoffs?
Fuck yeah, I didn't say
playoffs.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Jeez. What are you doing? Save that talk for when Mike is here on Sunday. So, guys, Sunday morning, don't forget you can catch us Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Central, noon on the East for Bears pregame. And that's when we'll be talking about Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to town. We'll see who's playing in that game. So we'll be paying close attention on the injury report for the next couple of days. We might talk a little bit about the other big divisional game this next week, which is this weekend, which is Packers Vikings. Is a huge game. We talked about on the morning show quite a bit today. But that's a huge game. If the Vikings lose this game, their season's all but done. If the Packers lose this game, this division's wide open again. Yep. So the NFC North, man, never a dull moment. So catching the Ken in the morning for some of that. Bro, I can't wait for this weekend, but then the weeks are going too quick.
Well, my question is, who's Detroit playing this week?
Giants.
Okay. So, yeah.
And no word yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll be the same spot. I was gonna say, wow, Bears could be fucking 2 games ahead, but I guess not. But,
hey, if Dark comes back, you never know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right. But make sure you join us Sunday because we should have some clarity on some of those things. Kind of in the morning. Until then, we got the roundtable tonight with JB at 8:30 or in about a half hour. In about a minute and a half or so, we got the red zone rant with all the Packer guys, which they'll be talking about how great the Packers are in third place. But I'm sure they'll be talking about it. You got anything to close us out there, Wood?
No, just stay healthy for the rest of the week. Everybody besides the Bears players and coaches, and let's go out there and get a win, and then off to I don't even want to say it, but let's just win, practice, be healthy. Let's win Sunday and one of the Pennsylvania teams and get the fuck out of here.
There we go. We'll see you guys all on Sunday for another edition of Halas Call. Until then, everyone, bear down.
Bear down.